What's up, Frosher Bros? Welcome back to Zero Skill Morrowind. Is currently part 9. In the last episode, we became clan friend, obtained the Bonebiter Bow of Sulson Pool, and of course we basically spoke with Nabani Mesa, and she basically told us that we need to locate the Descendant Priests, and of course we're gonna have to head back to civilization and, get out of the way of all these cliff racers, which, because of how many skill increases we've gotten so far, we are actually getting good enough that we can at least deal with the local wildlife, so that's good. But we're still extremely weak. I mean, we have light armor skill of only 29, our athletics and acrobatics are still pretty meh. And let's see, our short blade is a 16, so it's not like we can really hit that well anyways. But that said, we can at least move through the wilderness, and that's exactly what we're going to need to do in order to make our way to, well, Vec and Balmora. We have to make our way back to Balmora and speak with Caius Casade, so this is going to take a bit. I will catch you all in, I guess, in Margon, since we can take a Silt Strider there. So yeah, catch y'all in Margon. Alright, and we have made it back to the sanctity of old Margon. So, yeah, we're just gonna take this Silt Strider here, and we should be able to head back to Balmora. And I've never noticed these before. I guess these are the chimney pour, like the chimney holes for, all the chimneys and fireplaces. I mean, I guess that makes sense. They would have to have a hole somewhere for the smoke to get out. I've just never noticed that before. That's actually kind of funny. Kind of interesting, I mean. Well, anyways, it's time for us to waltz on up to this guy. If we travel to Aldaroon, then we can take a Silt Strider to Balmora. Heal us the rest of the way, at least. Because that is the benefit of taking a Silt Strider, is it heals you as you go, because you're resting. Well, anyways, we have made it back to Balmora, meaning we can finally head back to Caius Casade's and chat with him in the sanctity of an actual civilization, because no offense to the Ashlanders, but well, they're Ashlanders, not exactly city folk. They're kind of freaky like that. You just teleported. Well, anyways, let's see if Caius Casades has anything else to say. Let's see here. Are you here to discuss your orders, Gage Adoring Fan, or is there something else you want? You've spoken with Sulmatul and Nabani Mesa, and from what they say, it sounds like you could really be the Navarine. That's just incredible, but I'll have to get used to the idea. Let me try to get word to Marimilo. Maybe she can find out whether the Descendant Priests have any lost prophecies, but in the meantime, I have a very tough assignment for you. Do you think you are ready? Oh boy, I think I know what assignment we're talking about. Hmm, don't get overconfident, but it so happens that I agree. You're just ready. But in case you're, in case but just in case, I'm going to give you 400 drakes before you head out. Make sure you outfit yourself with healing potions, with gear, and a little training. We're cutting out training. Whatever you think you need most. And remember, if you get in trouble, back off, rest up, and go back fresh. Don't get cocky. I think it will be this will be a tough one. Here's your mission. Fort Buckmoth sent a patrol to Narmak, hunting smugglers with Six House connections. They have found a Six House base, a Six House shrine, a Six House priest named Dagoth Gauze. Speak to Champion Reza Poli at Fort Buckmoth. She'll tell you about the patrol in the Six House base and your orders. Find the Six House base, kill Dagoth Gauze, and bring me a full report on the Six House base. So that's going to be a really tough mission because the Six House base is basically just a load of Daedra, and it's just way too much. So we're probably gonna have to try and get ourselves some better enchanted item, maybe. Like, we're gonna need some more stuff sold up. We're gonna have to gear up, basically, is what I'm saying, because there is no way we can currently, with our build, take on Ilanubi, because that's where we're going, is Ilanubi, and it looks like none of the baskets or boxes in here restock from my one selling montage, which isn't good, because that means I might have to do a stealing montage just to get enough money, because if I remember correctly, it's gonna be a little pricey just to get a good item for what we're gonna need, because I don't think we're going to be able to, how do I put this? I don't think we're going to be able to face anything we fight in there with what we have currently. We're going to need some better stuff, so let's see what kind of enchanting we can do with this. So, 10 point. That is just not enough, I'm afraid. So 10 charges of shock damage. Even one is just... Yikes, okay. Yeah, like, it would literally just be the taste shake, but different. Um, hmm. So if that's the case, I can't really mess with that. So there's no real reason to do that, but I guess I could try and get healing on something. Or perhaps we can just check local merchants, try to buy some stuff, like buy enchanted items. Like, what do we have in stock? We have plenty of enchanted blades that we could use. We have a helmet, we have a... Ooh, that's light, and that has restore health on it. That might actually be useful, so... Yeah, that will cost... That'll only bring us down almost 150. That's not that bad. We have some resist fire, yada yada. We have some scrolls of healing, which restores 50 health, which is neato. Scrolls of vitality are very useful. So we're really going to need, so I guess, scrolls of vitality, that shield, and let's see here, scrolls of vitality should restock. They do, good. Okay, so I just got a bunch of scrolls of vitality. That's going to help us with staying alive. We have a Velos Tower Shield, which is going to replace our Chitin Shield, and that's going to grant us a new ability, which that's 5, let's see here, that's 5 uses of 10 health, which is pretty neat. So we have 5 uses of 10 health on our shield, so that'll help. But of course we're going to need more stuff, because we're not going to face something that's easy. Like, we're going to go through a dungeon that just has a ton of horrid things. We may want to have some potions, though that really costs us, like, having such a low bartering. Like, seriously. We don't need enough gold to even travel to, so I think that's really the best we can do geared up. Guild chests have nothing. We can take the transport mage here. I guess we can try and buy stuff in Aldrune, because we're going to Aldrune anyways, and we just leveled up. That's useful. Uh-oh, disturbing dreams. Let's see if we keep having disturbing dreams. Oh boy, we seem to be unable to rest that well. This may actually be an issue. Yeah, I think it's just going to give us like 4 disturbing dreams and then let us rest. But now that that happened, I think it's actually going to make it to where enemies will now spawn every time we sleep, like every now and then. So that's not good, but hey, at least we have a good bit of strength now, and agility. So we can hit stuff, we can move fast. So it's all good in our stat department, just not our skill department. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and head to Aldrune, I guess, and see if we can afford anything there. We basically blew most of our money on just scrolls we're going to use for a dungeon. Because, I mean, we really bought this shield and vitality scrolls. And that was literally all we spent our money on that Caius gave us. And then some. So that's fun. Let's see if we should have another. You're an alchemist, you're not gonna have, no offense, but alchemists don't exactly carry the most useful things. Ooh, Peacemaker. If I had Blunt as a skill, that would have been useful. Let's see here. Amulet of Soothing Balm. Life Belt. Like, that would be cool to have as like a stacked healing option, so I can heal from 2 sides. You also carry a bunch of debuff scrolls and stuff. Anything useful though? Frenzy Creature is not useful. It just makes it to where a creature will attack us. Yeah, I don't really see. Oh, that's a very useful scroll. Keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm not really seeing that much that we can use. I guess the Demon Tono is the most useful one here. Lets us summon a dagger. So I guess we'll take that. Free Daedric weapon is not bad. Yeah, we're going to actually equip the Demon Tono. And the way we'll do it is we'll cast Demon Tono and then swap back to this for our offset. There we go. Now we have a strategy. So, that done, time for us to grab this quest and I guess head out to Lao to the exact location we need. So, to grab this quest, we're going to need to go to Fort Buckmoth, which just so happens to be over in this general direction. Heading on over should be quite easy. You can see there's people standing out here, all relaxed and everything, like there's not a current blight storm just going on. And oh, would you look at that, we have a cliff racer. Okay, well, let's try this strategy now. So, summon my dagger, activate shield, and I mean, we're already tearing our way through them like it's nothing. Okay, this summon dagger might actually be useful because, yeah, that actually might be our best weapon yet. That's 10 to 20 damage. That's the best damage we have, and that's it raises our short blade by 10 points as well. So that might actually be our workaround that we're going to use to actually face everything in here. Is literally just summoning a dagger. That's literally our workaround right now. Our only workaround. Now, it said that I need to speak with, let's hear. So, yeah, you right here. So, let's get probably the best dialogue in the game, and then let's go ahead and get this done. So, I am Reza Pooley, champion of the Legion garrison here at Buckmoth, Legion Fort, and your Giga-adoring fan, Caius Casade, sent you, didn't he? Caius said you're the one to handle the 6th house base near Narmak. Narmak? Tell me more. Only one trooper returned. He died soon after, horribly, disfigured with corpus disease, and out of his wits. In his ravings he spoke of the cavern on the coast. He called it Ilanubi. It's not on our map. Try asking locals in Armagh. They fought with cults and disfigured man-beasts, corpus monsters, and I think they fled the attackers and got lost in the caves. Then they ran into a half-man creature named Dagoth Gars. Dagoth Gars slew the rest of the patrol, but spared the one trooper. He told the trooper he was being spared so he might tell the others, the sleeper awakes, and the 6th house has risen, and Dagother is the Lord, and I am his priest, and all will be one with him in his flesh. The trooper has awakened outside the caves and returned here. We couldn't recognize him, and we didn't respond to questions. It just kept rambling like a madman till he died. Tell me more about corpus disease. I've heard of corpus disease before, but I've never seen it. The trooper's flesh was swollen, covered with growths. His bones twisted and lost their shape. He spoke to himself as if in a dream. We didn't recognize him at first, except for his clothing and armor. The fort chaplain tried spells and potions, but couldn't cure the disease. He died soon after he reached the fort, but didn't realize how fast corpus kills. It sure wasn't pretty. The troops seemed shaken. I'm a little worried myself, to tell you the truth. Okay, and where can I find Narmak? Oh, Narmak is an island fishing village on the Bitter Coast, roughly west of Caldera and Eldrune. Here, let me mark it on your map. There is no marked route to Narmak from Aldrune, but it's no easy trip. Our patrols take the Balmoral Road at the Nissus Balmoral Aldrune signpost. Go south, then immediately west on the side road to Draylen Felon's Cottage. Then headed cross country west to the coast with the old Dunmer stronghold at the Andersith at a landmark. When you hit the coast, turn south. Follow the coast, waiting around headlands when necessary, past a shipwreck when the coast levels out and turns from barren rock to green swamp. You're in the Bitter Coast region. Keep south with the water on your left until you see Narmak. On an island just off the coast, there's a crude plank bridge, though some rocks to the island itself it's a rough place popular with adventurers, smugglers, and outlaws, but maybe someone in Narmak can tell you how to find Ilanubi, the Sea Caverns. Alright, so I guess we're off to find Narmak, which is literally right over here. I guess we can do that in the next episode since it is a little stormy outside. So we'll head in for now. Wait for the storm to blow over. And that's where we're going to end this episode right here. And in the next episode, next week, we're going to head on over to Narmak, way off into the west, and then we're going to look for Ilanubi and get ready for what might possibly just be hell. But anyways, that is all that I have for the rest of this video and all that I have for you today. I will catch you all in the next one. Later!